Alright, welcome. Thanks for checking out this video. My name is Conman. I'm an avid Heroes of the Storm player. Notice that I said avid and not necessarily good. But as you can see in the screen, we are in some Heroes of the Storm right now. We're actually on the Heroes of the Storm 2.0 beta on the PTR. At the time of this recording, when this video gets posted, it's the weekend before the PTR is going to end and Heroes 2.0 launches for real. I'm sure if you're checking this out at this point, you know about it, but just in case, I will post a link for the timeline up in the description. You can go check it out. I've been playing around with it a bit on and off since it was launched. It's still in the PTR right now. If you wanted to install it and check it out, by the time you see this, you'll still have a couple hours, a day or two to go see for yourself. I'm really excited. You get a whole bunch of new stuff. You can take a look here. You go into the collection tab, which is brand new. You actually get a whole layout of different stuff that you can check out. You got portraits, emojis, because, you know, the better to troll you with. You get voice lines that you can choose. You can actually get new announcers. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is getting this announcer right here. I think that's hysterical. Just having Merc call the action while you play is going to be for the lulz. The other major thing that you're going to see is they're giving it the Overwatch treatment. I call it over HOTS. You've got loot boxes. So you get loot boxes. If you're coming back to the game, you're going to get, if you're a veteran player I should say, you're going to get a number of loot boxes depending on your account level, which is like the combined hero level that you're going to have of all the heroes put together. There's a lot of info. It'll be in the link in the description. But you can also buy loot chests straight away with gems, which is the new currency, if you will, replacing real money. So I've got 100 gems sitting here in the PTR. We're going to check it out right now just to see what it looks like, because why not? So here we go. We got a couple of voice lines, and we got a spray. Here's a skin for Rexar, which is pretty neat. I can either take this as it is, or if you've got some gold, you see I do, you can actually re-roll these and get all new stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to this when this launches in a couple of days. I'll probably be up for about 50 or 60 of these loot chests straight away. So I'm curious how it goes. If you're... There we go. We got some rare stuff. I like that.
Epic.
And as you can see, you can get heroes if you don't already own them. I actually own Tyrael, so he's going to turn into some shards, which will let you buy stuff instead of trying to randomly get it in the random generator. We'll take this for now. None of this, unfortunately, is going to carry over to live, so I didn't do too much with it. But it's fun to check out. It'll be interesting. You're also going to get loot chests by just progressing throughout the game. If I go to my portrait here, you will see you'll get some loot chests just by playing. My PTR level is pretty crap. But enough of that. Let's play some Genji. So Genji is the new hero that's just introduced. It's on the PTR right now. It will be launching with Heroes of the Storm 2.0 on the 25th. Queue up now because it's probably going to take us some time, and hopefully we're going to get to play on the new map Hanamura. Both from Overwatch. I haven't played Genji yet in a real game. I did mess around a little bit in try mode, but haven't actually played yet, so it should be fun. We'll take a look at some of the abilities while we're waiting for this to queue. So he's got Shuriken. You actually get 3 charges of these. They split out in a pattern, so they split out like left, right, center, so to speak. It's kind of like a shotgun blast, if you will. They do a little bit of damage. They're good for harass. You get 3 charges, and then the cool thing is when the countdown runs out, all 3 charges, no matter what you're at, will replenish. You've got Deflect. I think this is going to be the game changer here. Become protected for just over a second. Any damage you take will fire a kunai toward the nearest enemy, prioritizing heroes and dealing a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot of damage deflected, but it can add up if you've got somebody who attacks more quickly, such as, let's say, Tracer, or even I saw a video somewhere of a Lei Ming disintegrate, and then did a whole bunch of damage coming back out. We have Swift Strike. This is what's going to make Genji very, very mobile. It does a dash, actually a pretty long range dash. It does a bunch of damage. And the cool thing about this is if any hero you hit dies within 2 seconds of being hit by this, for whatever reason, not necessarily from you, they just need to die, this timer will actually get reset. So it has the potential to set up a lot of combos. You can move in, kill somebody, and move out very, very quickly. And the other reason that's going to make Genji pretty mobile is Cyber Agility. That's his trait. He gets to jump over to a target area. It's a fairly decent range. There's a talent that I think I'm going to take early, which will increase that range when you're mounted. And you can actually jump over terrains. You can jump over walls. You can jump over gates. Tassadar's Force Wall, I think you can hop over if you get the opportunity. So Genji's going to be pretty quickly, pretty quick. He's going to harass a lot. From what I've seen in try mode, I don't know if he's going to do a whole lot of damage in the early game. He's definitely not going to be your solo lane hero. But he can harass a lot. He can get to the backline very quickly. I'm a guy who plays a lot of Chromie, and I'm already dreading all the Genjis that are going to come out as soon as this goes live. And we get to the ults. So Dragon Blade is what I'm probably going to take here. We've got Alicia Dragon Blade. When active, you get to do a wide slash, and you move forward for a little bit. You can get 3 or 4 slashes within that time frame. Again, here's another one where if you kill somebody with Dragon Blade, your Swift Strike will reset again. So it's easy to chain off some resets with that. And again, move in, get some kills, move the heck out, and still be alive. And the other one is X-Drake. This one is going to do more damage. This basically slashes for a big X in a wide area. Anybody who gets hit in it will take a whole bunch of damage. I think Dragon Blade, at least to start, is going to be the one that everybody picks. It's the one that's going to make you more mobile. It'll help you track down people. It will reset your Swift Strike. So that's probably going to be what people are going to take. I think we're going to take it here on this map. Hopefully we get Hanamura. I think it's the only one that's on the quick match rotation on the PTR right now. So Hanamura is another map, the brand new map from Overwatch. The cool thing about it, it's a payload map. So I haven't really played it yet, but I have checked it out a little bit. So the idea is the cores cannot be attacked. You've got, I think it's 7 shots. So if you escort the payload from where it launches all the way to the end, and the payload is going to turn into a cannon, and it's going to fire a missile or a projectile, whatever it was, at the core. That's going to do a shot of damage, and there's 7 of those, so it takes 7 of those. And kind of just like Overwatch, if you don't escort the payload for a certain amount of time, if you get distracted or killed or what have you, the payload will actually go backwards. So it's very different, very Towers of Doom-esque kind of thing, where it's all about doing the objective. You can't necessarily push and just win the game that way. You can destroy the towers and the keeps. If you destroy a tower, it will the next payload will actually be worth 2 shots. So that's kind of a big deal. I think you get something if you get the keep. I think you get like a minion that'll run up and do a shot of damage if it gets all the way to the end. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Also, the Mercs are completely different. I haven't really played much yet, but I know there's a Merc that turns into a turret, which you can actually pick it up and put it anywhere. Like you could put a turret onto the payload as you're escorting it for just some additional damage or some harass from people who are running in. I think there's a heal, like a medic camp. There's a sapper camp. There's also a brand new boss, which looks pretty cool because the boss will eat one of the heroes who was attacking it for 4 or 5 seconds and spit them out. So that's actually really interesting in and of itself. I'm kind of looking forward to play Genji. I think I will like him. I think he'll be good. I don't know if he'll be, just based on what I've seen in try mode, I don't know if he'll be like a top end hero or not, but he can definitely harass. He's gonna be one of those guys where if you're really good, he's going to be a pain in the ass to play with. And if you're not so good, you'll probably die a lot, like I'm sure I'm going to do here once this game actually loads. Which hopefully we should queue up pretty quickly, since we've already elapsed most of the time. I might just skip ahead here to when we start the match, but we'll take a look at some of the talents as well. I think what I'm going to end up doing in this game is taking most of the green talents, it looks like. So I think Swift Strike here, we're going to get some movement speed for 30 seconds once we use it. I'm sorry, 30% for 3 seconds. I'll take that back. The other one of this, Swift Strike does extra damage at the end. I'm not sure too much about this one. I saw it on the try mode. I don't think it's going to be really hard to hit just that tip of the dash, so I'm probably going to end up taking Shuriken Mastery. I may even go Agile Dismount up here. I'm still not sure. I don't know what the best build is yet for this. When we go to 7, definitely going Perfect Defense. Deflected damage reduces the cooldown, so if you jump in, you take a whole bunch of damage. That will actually lower the cooldown on your reflect, so you can use it again more often, and that's going to be pretty big. Number 10, like we talked about, we're going to go to some Dragon Blade and play some of that. 13, Flow Like Water. Each enemy hero hit with Swift Strike reduces its cooldown, so it's got a pretty short cooldown already, 12 seconds, but if you hit 2 heroes, you've already cut that in half. So that's going to be big. Again, even without the resets, it lets you jump in, do some damage, you know, drop down your reflect, get the hell out of there. You're going to be a pain in the butt. Here we go. Final cut. After 1 second, Swift Strike does an additional damage to all enemies in the area. This could be great when you're trying to get a bunch of the resets. And at 20, we're going to actually improve our Dragon Blade. Every time Dragon Blade hits, it's going to increase the duration. So by default, the duration is 8 seconds. This is going to potentially make it much, much more if you can line up and get a whole bunch of heroes all in one shot. Could be pretty big. There are some other things here, like this. This has the potential to be interesting. So if Deflect does 6,500 damage over the course of the game, so not just at level 20, but over the course of the game, it will deflect and hit everybody all at once, not just the closest hero. Alright, here we go. So we got a Leoric, we got an Ariel, I'm excited, we got a Butcher, and a Probius. That's a pretty good comp, I think. At least for a quick match, I'll take it. We got all the pickings. Alright, and on the other team, they've got a Lili, and of course they've got a Genji. Murden, Varian, so we have... I think we're okay with that. Although looking at the levels on the PTR, I imagine some of these guys have played much more than I have already. So it should be fun. And we did get Hanamura. Alright, it's good. So we get to check this out. I'm also digging, I like the new portraits that I've seen. This one's kind of like hand-drawn. I'm not sure if I've seen that one before, but this one right here for Leoric is pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to some of the new portraits that are going to be released in 2.0. Just another fun way to kind of customize the character. Alright, hopefully not too much longer here. Looks like Leoric is the straggler in this case. I guess Probius too, for that matter. I'm actually not sure how Probius is going to work out on this map. It's very good for the area control, but when your objective is mobile, like the payloads are, I don't know. Maybe we send him off to split push or something. I'm curious if it'll see a lot of play in competitive. Alright, and here we go. On the move. So I don't think I mentioned this yet. This is actually a 2-lane map, so you've only got the 1 lane, you've got the 2nd lane, and the boss is going to be right around here. I'm actually going to take... So what you can see here is the duration of Cyber Agility right now. I'm actually going to take this one to increase it, because the cooldown is 10 seconds. We'll make that less now. Now that's a pretty big range.
2, 1.
Alright, so it looks like we're gonna go 4-1. I'm okay with this. Probius is up top. Probius can do Probius things. I'm also digging the art style here. I haven't played Overwatch really. I'm not an Overwatch player. I have no idea how accurate this is. I imagine it's pretty close. See, I think I misplayed that. Yeah, definitely misplayed that. Ha! Alright, that's my bad. So, there you go. See, I blew my cooldown on my Swift Strike way too early. Probably could have left it and then picked off that variant much closer to the end. Instead, I got it back too late. Still tried to get the kill. And then I was out my cooldown of Cyber Agility. And instead, I just dashed into the enemy base and got myself blown up in the face. So, don't do what I just did. Important safety lesson. Thanks, Egon. Alright. So here we go. Now these guys are pretty low. So now, if I can get there in time, we've got some potential to do some stuff. So here we go. There's a reset. And I'm not good at Genji. So now the good thing is, while I'm getting myself killed and feeding like a noob, Probius is pushing pretty hard up here in the top. And none of the payloads have yet spawned, so this is still very early game. Here we go. Now the payloads are about to spawn. So now the fun is going to begin. There we go. There's a kill. We're going to take that one.
Thank you for the healing.
Well, I'm gonna go get the payload since I just getting myself killed. Maybe I could be more useful to the team if I go and do a thing.
My soul.
The payloads deployed. Escort your payload to its destination.
Hang out near the payload. I'm gonna do my job here. Again, I got that extra range because I'm mounted for the cyber agility. I actually have to stay pretty close. It looks like. I got out of range there. There's the range marker. I don't know if you can see that.
On the move.
Here comes my teammate. Alright. They're still being pushed down low. It looks like their payload hasn't been pushed at all. So we're in good shape there.
My blade never dulls.
I'm just going to keep doing this. If they want to let me do it, I'm okay with this game. As you can see, just like Overwatch, if you have more people next to the payload, it moves faster. There we go. And there's a shot. So good for us. We are winning. I like this already. I'm going to head back down.
Yosh.
Head over here. See if I can help our team out defend against the enemy payload. Although it's going to be 2v1, so I don't know. 2v3, excuse me. I don't know how well that's going to work.
Again. I am the soul in the shadows.
Fort destroyed. Payload empowered. Enemy payload firing. Payload deployment beginning for both teams.
See, here's what I mentioned about the early game. I don't do a whole lot of damage. A little bit of harass, but I'm not doing much damage on things. Here we go. Got a reset, so that's nice.
Come on. Unfortunate for you.
Payloads deployed. Escort your payload to its destination.
This is my path.
Okay. Get another. I'm gonna hit the well. We get another payload over here. Let's grab it. Let's grab it. All right. Notice the payload started on the other side this time, so we get the opposite side. And it looks like it's going to cap out in the middle of the map.
Enemy fort destroyed.
All right, now here we go. So now we killed a fort. I don't know if that means this one or the next one, but one of the payloads upcoming will be worth 2 shots. That's going to be a big deal. We're already at 6 apiece. I can see this map ending pretty quickly in the case of a snowball. Alright, so we're pretty close here. Probius is doing the best to contest in the meantime. As soon as this caps off, I'm going to go help Probius out. Here's the new boss, by the way. Looks pretty badass.
Payload firing upon enemy core.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Help out
Battle continues. 終わりにしてやる。
See, that's good. So now, in a few seconds, this payload is going to start going the other way. And there it goes. Now it's going backwards. So good on us. Oops.
I move to strike. My blade never stops. Again.
Hero slain. Select a talent. Double kill.
This is my path.
We're going to push. I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to work along with that.
On the move.
Hero slain. Your payload will be redeployed shortly. Double kill. Kill streak.
I'm going to back off. My team is doing quite nicely without me. I like this team because I'm not playing well and they are playing well.
Destroy this fort.
I'm actually going to tap the well again.
Your payload has been redeployed.
Alright. So let's go and do this. Notice we've not merked at all.
The enemy's payload will be redeployed shortly.
Nope, went a little bit too far. So like you can see over here, we got two people pushing ours. Nobody's pushing theirs. It's kind of just chilling there. They're going to have two payloads at once, though.
Hero slain.
Got a reset there, so that was pretty.
Again.
The enemy's payload has been redeployed.
I am the soul in the shadows.
Alright. Looks like the enemy has two payloads up. Neither of them are being pushed. We were just kicking their ass. About to march this over here, and there we go.
Payload
Okay, great.
fired upon enemy core.
Let's go back over here. The enemy's finally hit 10.
Hero slain. Double kill. Your kill
Whoop.
streak has ended.
I got killed. I got two with me. I didn't deflect nearly fast enough. Yeah, it's like I said. Oh.
Hero slain.
Well, thank you, Ariel, for that. Gonna go over here,
Your
see what we can
payload will
do.
be redeployed shortly.
This is my path.
Getting there. She's gonna get this before I get there, it looks like.
Let's finish this quickly.
Select a talent.
I am the soul in the shadows.
Your
Alright, so remember when I said I didn't know what Probius was gonna do? Well, here you go. Probius is gonna put a hard stop on that contestation.
Show me what you can do. I am restored.
Here's a reset.
Think upon your actions.
Enemy payload firing.
My soul
Destroy this fort.
You are outmatched.
let's go push the payload, and that
I move to strike.
go push the
Enemy
payload
payload
here.
fired.
My soul.
So they get another one, so that's going to be 4-2. And this might be game.
Payload firing upon enemy core.
That's game. There you go. There's 2. Yeah, so like I said, this might be a quick match. It's only 11 minutes. No thanks to me, although I got 5 kills somehow. I'm not entirely sure. That's all credit to the rest of the team. I did not do well at all. I'm definitely going to give Archmage here some props. Yeah, and that's not even on the MVP screen, but that's fine. I didn't deserve it. I got myself killed at least 3 times by being a goddamn idiot. So that was fun. I'm not sure about that map. I don't know how many maps are going to end up just like that. Maybe it will go more quickly when the payload is contested some. Maybe we'll get to see some more stuff. When people learn the map, again, you know, it's just a PTR, and it's a quick match. People are kind of messing around. Oh, and I got a loot box. Look at that. While I talk, let's see what we get. That's a pretty cool spray. I'm gonna reroll for shits and giggles. There we go. Legendary Asmodunk skin, which I already own, so there's a bunch of shards for that. That's kind of cool. We'll just take it for the hell of it. Yeah, so not too sure about the map. I'm curious if every map's going to play out like that. I think they might tune it a bit. They might have to increase the shots to 9. I think it's way too easy to do exactly what we did. Push a fort down and push a payload, and suddenly you're winning. You know, just way far ahead there. I'm not sure if it's going to stand out like that. As for Genji itself, he seems to be a lot of fun. Clearly, I'm not any good with him, and I'm going to have to practice a bit. But super rollable. You saw me, I was able to run in, get a kill, run the hell out when I wasn't running to my death, or dashing to my death, I should say. So anyway, seems interesting. I'm looking forward to it in a couple of days. That's probably going to be it for me on the PTR today. But again, if you wanted to play, it's still available for the next day or two, and then it will launch on the 25th. So have some fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.